familiar with Sayonara?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you seen the movie? What is it called? Terminator?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe the main guy says Sayonara. No. Yeah? Yeah. Sushi. What about arigato?
Is that a song?
No, it's a restaurant.
Yeah. Is it an 80s song with like a robot? Yeah?
I don't know.
The robot?
all over. Is it a character in the movie? I think to show you a clip. It's about introduction to Japanese custom, culture, and hospitality. Hope I can just eat it. It's about
just like I said.
It's about ryokan, Japanese inn.
Just like I said in the Kabuki program, this is it.
Ah, you mean Japanese inns are a great representation of Japan?
Exactly. They're a fantastic way to experience many of the finest aspects of Japanese traditional style service and cuisine.
Yes, indeed. And apart from all those attractions, I personally enjoy staying at an inn because, for me, a weekend spent on tatami mats is quite nostalgic.
Wherever you go in Japan, you can expect superior customer care. And traditional inns called ryokan are the epitome of great service and hospitality. The guest rooms in a ryokan have tatami mat floors. The furniture consists of a low table and legless chairs. You can put on a traditional robe called yukata and get comfortable. The spacious communal baths are one of the key attractions of a stay in the ryokan. Another attraction is the food. Seasonal delicacies are served as sashimi, in hot pots, and in many other ways, and you can enjoy them in the comfort of your own room. The proprietress, generally the owner's wife, is responsible for the quality of her ryokan service. She goes to extraordinary lengths to make her guests happy. It's important for her to go and greet guests in their room as soon as they arrive. By interacting with them like this, she can discover their personal wants and needs. She must be very careful about the way she moves. When she pours drinks for guests at a banquet, for example, she moves around the room on her knees without ever standing up. This is to avoid looking down on her guests. She even lines up the guests' sandals. At this inn, they are placed exactly 5 centimetres from the edge of the step, because she believes this makes it easy for the guests to slip them on. Inns mushroomed in Japan in the 17th century. The shogun ordered all provincial lords to move periodically between Edo and their home domain. That meant lords and their entourages had to travel a lot, and many inns were built along highways to accommodate them. In the 18th century, ordinary people began to take trips as well. Making pilgrimages to famous shrines and temples was all the rage. Back then, travelling on foot was the norm, and when travellers checked in at an inn, they could get their feet washed by an inn employee. They could then take a bath, have a meal, and get some rest. This was the beginning of ryokan as we know them today. Japanese.
And that's about ryokan, Japanese inn. Did you find anything interesting or hospitality that is different from the US?
I thought it was different how extraordinary lengths they went to make the guests feel welcome look down on it. A lot of times you don't see that. Americans can be kind
What else?
I thought it was interesting that the owner's wife played such a large role, and it was specified that it was often his wife and not another employee. I thought that was interesting.
I think it's usually, yeah. Okay. So next, I'd like to take a look at the map of the world. So that's USA there. Do you know where Japan is? It's in the pink. Yeah. It's right there. It consists of several islands.
Four major islands.
Thank you. Yes. One is Hokkaido and Honshu and Kyushu and Shikoku. Yeah. And this area is called Kansai or Kinki, and it has 6 prefectures. Actually, there are 7 on this map, but this prefecture doesn't belong to that area. So there are 6. And Osaka prefecture is the third biggest city in Japan. Tokyo, Nagoya, and Osaka. And that's the university I graduated. And I'm going to talk about the academic calendar later. And that's the picture of students. And the university usually accepts 700 international students a year from over 300 universities in 50 different countries. And that's the Osaka cuisine called okonomiyaki. It's like a Japanese style pizza. You can put anything you want. And it's also called saber pancake. And I miss it so much. And that's a Shiga prefecture where I grew up. That's the castle. It's really small, but built about 400 years ago. And that's the view from the castle. And the Shiga prefecture, it's got the biggest lake in Japan. It's called Biwa Lake, Lake Biwa. And that's the view from the castle. And that's the beef. We produce one of the high quality beef in Japan. And I'm going to skip to save some time. Okay. I'd like to move on to some language activities. The self-introduction in Japanese. Do you have a handout? Yes. I'd like someone to read the Roman letters for us. Can you please read the...
I've got the your name part now.
So it's... I'll go first. はじめましてで、mention your name. で、です。で、どうぞよろしく。For example, はじめまして、緑です。どうぞよろしく。And as you can see, you see 2 O's means a long sound. どうぞよろしく。And so, はじめまして means nice to meet you. And your name です means I am. Like I am Midori. で、どうぞよろしく。There is no equivalent in English, but it's similar to looking forward to getting to know you. So, let's practice a little bit. Please repeat after me. はじめまして。はじめまして。スティーブです。これ、スティーブです。スティーブです。And please say your name. Later. で、どうぞよろしく。どうぞよろしく。Yeah, sounds pretty good. Then, any questions? The greetings. So first Yeah. Yes, ogenki desu ka? Ogenki desu ka? Do you know what it means? Yes, that means how are you? How are you? How about two? Can you please read it? Hi. Genki desu. Hi. Genki desu means I am good. Yeah, and I'm fine. How about three? Sayonara and jane. Sayonara is formal way to say see you. And if you say jane, it's really casual, spoken Japanese. So if you are greeting to your boss or a teacher, maybe you want to say see you instead of jane. Oh no, I mean sayonara instead of jane. I want to hear somebody introducing yourself. In Japanese. Please go ahead.
I'll give it a whirl.
And please say your name.
Of course. Hajimemashite, Matt desu. Dozo yoroshiku.
Yeah, perfect. So your name is Matta. Oh, I mean Matt. Thank you so much. A couple of more students.
Have a Japanese grade aunt, I'm cheating.
Yeah, I was like, that's
I thought you were just throwing it at it. So.
I'm also a genius.
Please go ahead.
Hajime mashite Denny desu dozo yoroshiku.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Yes, Jenny. Thank you so much. One more.
Lord, this is not it's not good because this is okay. If it might sound Spanish. Hime mashi one desu duzo dori shiku.
Yes. Thank you so much. Any questions?
Do you have Japanese Spanish? Do you have people in Japan who speak Spanish? Have you met people?
I think we have a lot of Brazilians and also, oh yeah, especially in my hometown. We have a lot of factories and a lot of Brazilians work for the factories.
Brazilians speak Portuguese, but they're cool.
Oh yeah, right.
It's okay.
We're all
It's close. You're all the same.
And also I'd like to introduce some vocabulary related to education. It's on, yeah, on the handout. How about number one? 教育. Guys, I'm going to give some hints. So this Chinese character means teaching. And this one means raising a child. So what does it mean? Can you guess? Education, yes. Thank you. Education.
Well, like related to education, I should have guessed that, but raising a child.
Yeah. For number two, 学校.